guys? It's your man again, Master Jams. Episode 2, baby. And we're here in New York City. Can't complain about the view. We got Empire State Building somewhere over there hidden. We got some Cathedral Square hidden somewhere over there. But we don't need to worry about that. We're here for episode 2. And it's summertime. And you know what that means. It's a time to get fit. It's a time to get healthy. For the ladies, it's squat season. For the fellas, it's bench press season. It's to get the chest and to get the legs prepared. You know what I mean? Should I actually say that joke? Yeah. Episode 2. And the title of episode 2 is Weight Watchers. Now, as I said, it's a season for getting fit. And I've been going to the gym myself. You can't quite see the physique, but it has actually improved in the last 2 months. I am absolutely looking lean, mean, grilling machine like George Foreman, alright? All the fat has gone away. Silly bang, okay? Can you stop laughing over there, please? Alright? Oliver Davis. Anyway, no, as I was saying, so Weight Watchers, and so I was, before, when I was not fit, or for those who are not fit and you've like probably looking a bit, not tubsy, but you're a bit fat, you feel a bit fat. You know, I was thinking to myself, you know, the psychological and the physiological effects of being fat. So psychologically, you know, your mental frame of mind is that your confidence is low, you know, your self-esteem is very low. You don't want to go out and like wear certain clothes. What else is there? You feel angry, you feel moody, your mood swings are very different. You know, when you're fat, you know, the confidence level is not that high. And aside physiologically, you know, when you're fat, you don't feel healthy, so you're not able to do certain things. Your energy levels are low, your fitness levels are not very high, you're fatiguing. So when you're doing some of the small things like cleaning up, you feel very restless and you're unable to do these things. And so these things we can relate to our Christian walk, our walk in life. So there are times in our life right now that we are feeling heavy, we are feeling low, and our mood swings, our spiritual mood swings are not right. So we're like angry at people, we're lashing out, we don't feel satisfied with ourselves, we feel depressed, we feel very low. And we can relate those same things when we psychologically and physiologically, when we feel a bit bigger, a bit more fat, with our Christian walk. And these things that we do feel are not the works of others. they're not the works of other people, but they're the works of the devil. You know, the devil makes us things, you know, think that we should blame ourselves in the way we feel, or we should blame others in the way we feel. You know, I mean, if we go to our first verse of today, which is John 10 verse 10. And it says, "The thief comes only to steal and kill and destroy. I have come that they may have life and have it to the full." Let me repeat again. "The thief comes only to steal and kill and destroy. I have come that they may have life and have it to the full." You know, the devil comes, his only job in life is to seek, kill and destroy. He doesn't want you to enjoy life. He doesn't want you to have it in abundance. He wants to destroy every significant part of your spirit so that you feel low and you don't have that relationship that you should have, or you don't feel free, you know, when you're walking about the streets. You don't have that same sort of confidence, that same sort of, you know, lightness, or that, you know, there ain't no shackles around your feet. You know, the devil wants the shackles to be around your feet. He doesn't want you to be free. He wants you to be slave. And so this is the main and primary objective of the devil: to kill, steal, and destroy. Sorry about the noise. One of the top businessmen in a helicopter, classic New York, right now. Winning in life? No, we're not winning in life. Anyway, so as I've alluded to, the devil comes to steal, kill, seek, and destroy. So how does he do this? So if we go to 1 Peter 5, and we go to verse 8, and it says, "Be alert and sober of mind. Your enemy, the devil, prowls around like a roaring lion, looking for someone to devour." Let me repeat again. Be alert and sober of mind. Your enemy, the devil, prowls around like a roaring lion, looking for someone to devour. Now, when I'm reading this, I actually thought the Bible kind of got it wrong when it talked about the devil being a roaring lion. We always associate Jesus being a lion, but it's associated with the devil as being a roaring lion. So when I looked at that, my spirit automatically linked it to hunting, and so let me Google what if lions actually hunt, because I always thought it's the lioness that hunts. So I thought, let me see if lions actually hunt, and it turns out that they do actually hunt. And there's two main ways of how a lion hunts. The first way is how they creep like grandma's footstep. So they slowly hiding so that the prey doesn't see where they're coming from, and then they will strike when they get to a certain distance. Another way is lions hunt while sleeping on the job. If there was a job like that in the real world, I would be so happy, because that would be perfect. Sleeping and hunting that's the only two things I really care about. I'm not gonna lie, in the world, eating and sleeping. So if there's a job out there that's like that, come follow at me. But anyway, the lion, he waits for the prey to come at its weakest point, when it wants food, when it wants water. The lion sleeps around the water source, and it waits for the prey to come, and then he devours them when they've come to the water source. And that's the same sort of attributes you can link with the devil. The devil himself, he waits for you when you're at your weakest point. He's roaming around and he's seeking who he can devour. He's seeking who is feeling weak. He's seeking who is feeling hungry. And so, looking at this, you can link the devil to a roaring lion. Now, thank you, my director just told me that another helicopter is coming up. You can see at the top of there. Most times, or all the time, we choose to run away, we choose to hide. I would like to point you towards the beginning of the Bible, Genesis chapter 3, how sin first came into the world. And if you don't know, the serpent tempted Eve with the apple, and if I start again, when God made the world, he made a tree, and that was the tree of knowledge. And God said that was the only tree you cannot eat from. You cannot get food from this tree. You can eat anything from anywhere else except for this tree. So, the devil, such an opportunist as he is, he used that moment to tempt Eve. So if we go from verse 1, and it says, "Now the serpent was more crafty than any of the wild animals the Lord God had made. He said to the woman, 'Did God really say you must not eat from any tree in the garden?' The woman said to the serpent, 'We may eat fruit from the trees in the garden, but God did say you must not eat fruit from the tree that is in the middle of the garden, and you must not touch it, or you will die.' 'You will not certainly die,' the serpent said to the woman, For God knows that when you eat from it, your eyes will be opened, and you will be like God, knowing good and evil.' When the woman saw that the fruit of the tree was good for food and pleasing to the eye, and also desirable for gaining wisdom, she took some and ate it. She also gave some to her husband who was with her, and he ate it. And the eyes of both of them were opened, and they realized they were naked. So they sewed fig leaves together and made covering for themselves. Then the man and his wife heard the sound of the Lord God, and he was walking in the garden in the cool of the day, and they hid from the Lord God among the trees of the garden. But the Lord called to the man, 'Where are you?' He answered, 'I heard you in the garden, and I was afraid because I was naked, so I hid.' And he said, 'Who told you you were naked? Have you eaten from the tree that I command you not to eat from?' The man said, 'The woman put her with me. She gave me some food from the tree, and I ate it.'" The main point I would like to point across is that, when we do get tempted by the devil, or when the devil has his claws or his teeth marks pierce into us, and he's not letting go, we hide away, we run away. God knows our problems. God knows our issues in our lives. He wants you to come and seek Him, so that you acknowledge the wrongs and the failings in your life, so that both you and Him can rectify those situations. So I like to say, don't hide when you have been tempted. Don't hide when you feel low. Don't hide when you're feeling depressed. Don't hide when you feel tempted by the evil one. Go to Him, and He will make your heart anew. He will send that fresh water source that you need, so that you feel renewed, so that you feel free, so that you feel that there are no shackles around your ankles or wherever, that the weight has been lifted off you. Now, to end, how do you make sure that we can never be in the grasp of the claws of the devil's hands? Let's go to Ephesians 6, verse 10. And it says, finally, be strong in the Lord and in His mighty power. Put on the full armor of God, so that you can take your stand against the devil's schemes. For our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers and the authorities, against the powers of the dark world, and against the spiritual forces of evil in heavenly realms. Therefore, put on the full armor of God, so that the day of evil comes, you may be able to stand your ground. And after you have done everything to stand firm then, with the belt of truth buckled around your waist, with the breastplate of righteousness in place, and with your feet fitted with the readiness that comes from the gospel of peace. In addition to all this, take up the shield of faith, with which you can extinguish all the flaming arrows of the evil one. Take the helmet of salvation, the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of God, and pray in the Spirit on all occasions with all kinds of prayer and requests. With this in mind, be alert and always keep on praying for all the Lord's people. We always must have the armor of God on. Not some of it, not one portion of it. Everything. Okay? Each item or each armor is just as important as the other, so that we cannot be in the grasp of the enemy's hand. So if there is someone that's listening to this podcast or this Godcast right now, and they feel like they are low, they feel that there is something in their lives that's making them feel depressed, feel angered, mood swings, heavy with life, breathless, energy's low, whatever it may be, that you don't feel free, or you're not able to feel that self-esteem or that confidence, or to be able to have life in its fullest, then I tell you this now. Go to the Father. Do not hide away like Adam and Eve. Go to the Father, so that you acknowledge, because He knows. Let me tell you this. God knows the issues that are worrying you in your life. God knows what's making you feel shackled. God knows what's making you feel depressed, whatever it may be. But you need to acknowledge what's going on in your life and what is wrong in your life. And He will be able to rectify those issues that's in your life. God's power is immense. He can do it right now, or it might take a bit of time. We're all a work in progress, We are made in His likeness, and it takes time to be able to fulfill our potential. We are all a work in progress. So if you don't feel like you're making that progress right now, it's going to take time. So I pray that you have the patience and the belief that that change will happen. I pray that you will be able to rectify those situations, or you'll be able to acknowledge them first and go to Him and not hide away, because He's there with loving arms. He's not going to come down with anger and wrath. He's going to come in with loving arms, and He's going to say, don't worry, my child, we can rectify that situation. We can make your spirit anew. We can make you feel free. So that's my message for today. I hope you enjoyed. Please spread the word. This is only episode 2. Hopefully there will be more. You can't buy a scene like this, okay? So I've got to give thanks to the Father, the King, for providing an opportunity like this. This is not fake, so I don't want to see any comments saying that I just whacked out this thing from like iPhone or whatever. You see that? You can't buy runners like that. You can't buy someone listening to their music like this, okay? All free. To the glory of God. thank you very much. I've got to go